Russian state media on the run-up to an election in a republic Moscow used to control. A familiar face on Russian channels broadcast in Kyrgyzstan, Felix Kulov is the Kremlin's favorite. The only Kyrgyz politician to visit President Medvedev, Kulov also thinks a parliamentary democracy is bad for Kyrgyzstan. He too wants to reinstate a strong presidency.
Meet Felix Kulov, the country's former prime minister, who could be next.
The Kremlin stood by as the April uprising toppled President Kurmanbek Bakiyev. Once a reliable ally, Russia saw him as a liability after he failed to shut down a US base in Kyrgyzstan. But now Moscow faces an even bigger foe, a potentially unstable coalition government with no one strong leader to deal with. And yet, keeping good ties with Russia remains a priority.
Practically every platform of every leading political party calls for a strategic partnership with Russia, all without exception.
A pro-Russian orientation is something this Kyrgyz family is hoping for too. They've lived outside of Moscow for 2 years. Like almost 500,000 of other Kyrgyz, they came here in search for a better future, but also want change back home.
The people wait for good change. No one knows the new political system in Kyrgyzstan.
They say they simply want peace and stability, and no repeat of the kind of interethnic violence that shook the country last June. Russia too has always said it wants a crisis-free zone south of its borders, but it also says it believes it has a right to fight for its so-called spheres of influence. Rosa Bragimova, Al Jazeera.